Daddy's dollar. The morning sun peeked through the blinds of the small apartment as 10-year-old Lily sat at the kitchen table. Her backpack was open, books piled inside, but her eyes weren't on schoolwork. She was staring at a single crumpled dollar bill lying in front of her. It wasn't just money. To Lily, it was her father's promise. Her dad, Mark, worked long hours at a construction site. He wasn't wealthy, but he always tried to give Lily something that made her feel special. Every Friday, no matter how tired or worn out he was, he would hand her $1 and say, "This is Daddy's dollar. Use it to chase your dreams, baby girl." Some weeks, Lily saved it in a small glass jar by her bed. Other weeks, she spent it on small things, sketchbook, crayons, or a candy bar for her best friend. But every time she looked at that dollar, she felt her dad's love behind it. The forgotten lunch that Friday morning, Lily's stomach growled. She had forgotten her lunch money, and the cafeteria line always scared her. Kids laughed when someone couldn't pay. She held the dollar tight in her hand, remembering her father's words. At lunch, the cashier told her the meal cost $2.50. Lily placed her single dollar on the counter, cheeks burning. I only have this." Before the cashier could respond, a boy behind her dropped 2 quarters and a crumpled dollar onto the tray. "Here, don't worry about it," he said with a small smile. It was Ethan, a quiet kid from her class. Lily's eyes filled with tears. She wanted to thank him. All she could do was clutch her tray and hurry to a seat. The jar of dollars that night. When her dad came home, Lily told him everything. She showed him the dollar she hadn't spent and the meal she'd bought because of Ethan's kindness. Mark listened carefully. He knelt in front of her, his work-worn hands holding her tiny ones. "Sweetheart, sometimes Daddy's dollar isn't just for you. Sometimes it's meant to remind you to pass kindness on." Those words sank deep into Lily's heart. That night, she placed the dollar in her glass jar and added a note for helping someone else. The ripple of kindness. Weeks passed. Lily continued saving her Friday dollars, but now she thought differently about them. One day, she saw a girl at school crying because she couldn't afford a field trip. Without hesitation, Lily pulled the folded dollar from her jar and slipped it into the teacher's hand. Another time, she used her saved money to buy a sandwich for a homeless man sitting outside the grocery store. Each time, she whispered to herself, "This is Daddy's dollar." She didn't always tell her father, but he noticed. He saw the way her heart grew bigger, her smile brighter. The gift back to Dad one Friday evening. Mark came home looking heavier than usual. His shoulders slumped, and his eyes carried exhaustion. "They cut my hours," he admitted softly. "It's going to be tough for a while." That night, Lily went to her room and opened her jar. Inside were over $20 bills, some wrinkled, some nearly new, each carrying a memory. She counted them carefully, then carried the jar to the living room. "Daddy," she said, voice trembling, I think it's your turn to have Daddy's dollars." Mark stared at her, eyes wide. "Lily, you saved all this." She nodded. "You gave me love with every dollar. Now it's my turn to give back." Tears welled in his eyes as he hugged her tightly. "Baby girl, you're richer than I'll ever be." The moral of that simple act didn't fix every problem, but it filled their home with hope. Mark found extra shifts, and Lily kept saving. But from then on, Daddy's dollar wasn't just a tradition, it was a legacy. It taught Lily that money is temporary, but love and kindness multiply when shared. And in one small apartment, with one jar of dollar bills, a father and daughter discovered the greatest wealth of all, a giving heart